The Great Cookie Caper. Once upon a time in the small town of Chewsville, there was a peculiar event that became known as the Great Cookie Caper. The story centers around two unlikely heroes, Bob, a bumbling baker with a penchant for creating disaster in the kitchen, and his best friend Larry, a lazy cat with an unusual talent for solving mysteries. Chapter 1. The Cookie Catastrophe. Bob had always dreamed of winning the annual Chewsville Bake-Off, but his creations usually ended up as kitchen catastrophes. This year, he had a secret weapon, his grandmother's legendary cookie recipe. The night before the competition, Bob prepared a batch of the magical cookies, which were rumored to be irresistible. However, disaster struck when Bob, in a moment of pure clumsiness, accidentally set the kitchen timer for 12 hours instead of 12 minutes. The kitchen was filled with smoke, and the cookies were burnt to a crisp. Bob was devastated, but Larry, ever the opportunist, saw this as a chance to nap in the warm kitchen, completely unaware of the chaos. Chapter 2. The Midnight Thief. As Bob lamented his misfortune, a mysterious figure slipped into the kitchen. The town had been buzzing with rumors of a notorious cookie thief, known only as the Crumbler, who had been stealing the finest cookies for weeks. Bob and Larry were too absorbed in their own drama to notice the thief filling a sack with the burnt cookies, mistaking them for a secret weapon in the bake-off. The next morning, Bob discovered the missing cookies and was inconsolably confused. Why would anyone steal such disastrous cookies? Larry, now intrigued by the mystery and the potential for more snacks, decided it was time to investigate. Chapter 3. The chase. Bob and Larry set off on a wild chase across Chewsville, following a trail of crumbs that led them through the most bizarre situations. They encountered a yoga class for elderly dogs, a parade of penguins escaped from the local zoo, and a band of squirrels conducting a nut orchestra. Each encounter left the audience in stitches as Bob and Larry navigated each obstacle with a mix of clumsiness and unexpected cunning, all the while making humorous observations about the absurdity of their town. Chapter 4. The Unlikely Heroes. The trail led them to the Chewsville Bake-Off, where the Crumbler was about to be crowned the champion for his unique cookies. Just as the thief was about to accept the prize, Bob and Larry burst onto the scene, causing chaos. In a slapstick showdown, the cookies were revealed to be Bob's burnt disasters, and the Crumbler was unmasked as the mayor's mischievous cat, who had developed a taste for odd cookies. Chapter 5. The Sweet Victory. Despite the commotion, the town couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the situation. The judges, amused and impressed by Bob's accidental creation, decided to award him the title of Most Innovative Baker. Bob and Larry became local heroes, celebrated for their hilarious adventure and accidental culinary innovation. The Great Cookie Caper went down in Chewsville history as the funniest event the town had ever experienced. Bob and Larry, once the subjects of gentle mockery, were now beloved for their endearing incompetence and heartwarming friendship. And so, in the small town of Chewsville, the legend of the Great Cookie Caper lived on, reminding everyone that sometimes the recipe for laughter is just a pinch of disaster mixed with a heap of friendship.